Hey there! Welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits.
Who?
And Bentleys. Coming to you from the Recycle Garage.
Where?
In sunny Santa Cruz, California.
Why?
It's definitely sunny.
Because we love you.
Oh, thank you, sweet. Who? Who do you love?
We love Emma because it's her birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Hey, everyone.
She's looking fabulous. Very sparkly.
Sparkly.
Oh, darling.
This is Liza. And joining me in the studio, now I think being elevated up to stunt misfit. Is this your third time or second?
Second.
Oh, okay, one more time and then you get to be a real stunt misfit. It's Joe.
Yay!
Joe.
Hello.
On the boards tonight because I don't know where Stumpy John is.
He's stumping around somewhere.
It's Neal.
He's
Hey
nursing his
there.
stumps.
Moto people. I'm just going to wheeze my way through tonight's podcast. Sorry, my
Wheezy.
You're getting a little bit closer to the wolf
I
man.
am.
Oh,
Maybe a little Tom Waits going on.
yeah.
Or not.
Like Tom Waits.
Looking all fancy in her birthday dress. It's Miss Emma.
Hello, darling. Here I am.
Love your birthday suit.
Yes, thank you, sweetie.
It's so nice that she trimmed today, isn't it?
No, I've still got my winter cut, actually. It's still quite chilly at night, sweetie. I'm not quite ready for my summer cut yet.
And joining Emma on the classic girl couch, it's Kat.
Meow.
Meow.
Gonna make him a cloud.
And then sipping on snacks he didn't bring for everyone. It's Bagel.
Hi, greetings and salutations from the Pacific Northwest.
Hey Bagel, you've got a couple emails to answer to today. I'm looking forward to that.
Are there accents involved?
But
Oh, please.
I would like to, if it's okay. This is a motorcycle podcast. we
Yes,
know
it
that.
is.
Yes.
But I want to just take a few minutes to talk about a couple non-motorcycle things. First being, Emma, what did you drive here in today?
I drove here in a Bentley.
I am so
Wow.
looking forward to going out there and licking her Bentley.
Well, no, I mean, it's not actually mine as yet. I've got to do, it's the world's dirtiest Bentley. It's the world's most battered Bentley. But it's something I can kind of bring up. The Jag has been, it's getting old. The Jag is getting old. And
I'm still holding out for the Rolls-Royce tow truck that you wanted to make.
Yeah.
that would have been great. But I should point out before people think, oh, I'm just getting above her station, I'm actually getting this Bentley for less than I would have paid for that Rolls Royce.
Wow.
And that was a very, very cheap Rolls Royce. That was perfect for a pickup truck because it's been hit from behind. However, that particular car went on to live again because it was sold to a guy who'd wrecked his in the front and he amalgamated them and built a good one out of the two, you see.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, just to let you guys know, I went to a psychic this week.
Did you really?
I did, but not like a psychic that you go up and like pay to have tarot card readings because they're all fake.
Oh, you went to a real
I
one?
went to a
You
real
went
one.
to Dionne Warwick?
No, this one has been on America's Got Talent.
I know, hang on.
Yeah, that makes
How
all
does
the
one
difference.
determine if a psychic is real?
This one has a YouTube channel.
Oh, that makes all the difference.
That's
Obviously,
I'm an
they're real now.
influencer.
Okay.
And he's from England.
Okay.
Mhm.
And he bills himself as a psychic comedian.
Okay.
His name is
This is better.
Peter Antonia.
Okay.
And he's this lovely man with a big beard.
Okay.
And he does he mixes in some comedy, some little magic tricks, some things I kind of figured out how he did it, but then also does some readings.
Wow.
And I've just been wanting to know if this is real or not. So I went. It was in a large theater. It was in San Jose at the Improv Theater. The the Improv, the comedy club.
Yeah.
It's pretty good sized theater, balcony and everything. So hundreds, maybe a couple thousand people there. And what he has you do is write down a question. So you put down your name and your birth date and then a question. And I did that. And then he starts calling from the audience. He's like, it's a Cancer, born on the 13th, Bob. And somebody goes, yo. Which I'm like, okay, this is not he gets it from the cards that we filled out.
Right.
Yes, of course.
But it sounds good. And then he starts kind of, so you have I see. Okay. Yeah. Are you sure you want me to talk about this in front of everyone? And they're like, yeah, it's fine, and then I'll go into like a reading and tell them the answer. I got chosen. I was one of the 10 people that got chosen. And I put in a question that was very vague. The question was, will I win the TV argument? That's it. And so he says, my birthday and the name. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, let's see, I'm getting this is about are you fighting with your significant other? And I went, nope. And he said, oh. Is this an argument over about watching something on the TV? I said, nope. Because you're only supposed to do yes or no. You're not supposed to give him information. And he's like, looking at me because everyone else is saying yes. Like the lady before me, he says, oh, I see. This is about a time not only were you, you're vomiting and farting. And she starts cackling. It was about the most embarrassing night of her life, And I'm like, and he's getting nothing from me. And he goes, well, I'm just getting this image of you lying in bed watching the TV. And I'm like, nope. I've never watched this TV before in my life. So he said, well, just tell me now. And it was kind of frustrating because I was the only one in the whole audience. He didn't read. But here's the thing. And my mother next door has a guest room that has a TV in it for the guests that died a week ago. So I said, well...
Wait. The guest, the mom, or the TV?
Well, I was the guest, so I'm still here.
The TV. Right. And so I told my mom, well, it's dead, so I'm just going to go get another TV. And she said, you better not. She doesn't want a TV in the room. I said, it's not for you. It's for the guests who stay in the guest room. This one was, well, no, Carrie was
actually in there.
I had a guest there. And she said, you better not replace it. So I've been toiling over this because I'm like, why won't you let me replace the TV? I'm not asking her to do anything. I'm not asking her to pay for it. And so when the psychic said, I picture you sitting, I'm like, no, it's not even my TV. I've never watched TV there. And he said, well, the answer to your question is just replace it when she's not home.
Wow, that's pretty
So
good.
I came home and I realized in my guest room, I have a TV I measured was the exact same size as the one. The guest room that I've lay in bed and watched that TV. So I took that TV out, went over and swapped it out. She doesn't know. And I have a brand new, bigger TV now. But did he read me? Is he real? Is he psychic?
No.
No.
No, look, I'm going to give you the first clue.
Yeah, cold reading is a well-established trick.
And
because he gave me the idea to swap out the one I have.
But Liza, if you go to a psychic and they're doing comedy and magic tricks in part of the act, you're part of the act. You understand that? You're part of the act.
But I thought I'd share that because Joe was privy to this entire argument.
Well, I was going to actually suggest that I would just go over there and swap the TV out. So it was just, so your mom would probably let me do it.
My mom does not know that it is a working TV in there now.
So I should go over and stay over at the house and go, oh my gosh, look at the TV's working. Liza was crazy.
Anyway,
she didn't need to replace
small reminder that this is in fact a motorcycle podcast.
But I have watched motorcycle movies on that TV.
Well, fair enough.
And you've had motorcycle friends watch the TV.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
It all comes around. I wanted to get to you two in a second because there's a reason.
sure.
Well, we're promoting
here.
shit.
Yeah.
But before we do, I would like to share a story. This is a motorcycle story, if that's okay with you all.
Motorcycle stories.
But the first thing I want to do is I just want to acknowledge what is going on in the world right now.
Yes.
And that it's a tragedy, that there's war happening and bombs, and I don't know what it means and how this is going to end. And for me personally, with Women Riders World Relay, that's actively going right now, and I have women in all of these countries that are currently being bombed. In fact, I have a friend who's in Tehran who I have not heard back from yet.
Yeah.
I am in no way saying that she's in danger. She's a very smart woman, so I assume she's okay. But I wanted to tell the story of Benaz Shafeh because she's amazing.
Yeah, please do.
And it has me thinking about her right now because she's in Tehran. Benaz is a young woman from Iran who loved motorcycles and wanted to ride. And much like me as a small child, how I just kept asking anyone who had a bike to show me how to do it,
Right.
She did the same, and she got people to show her how to ride, but that wasn't enough. She wanted to ride on the dirt. She wanted to ride on the track. I don't know if you've heard of her, Kat, because she rides tracks around Europe now, too. Benaz Shafeh, she got good. And she started going to like Germany and places.
I think I
and
have
doing, like,
met this girl.
track
I met
days
this
there.
girl in Spain who did track days and whatnot, and she was actually really good. She was very brave, but I have to look through my contacts to find out if it was a Saudi woman is who I met, not an Iranian woman.
Benaz got good and she wanted to race, and they would not allow her to race against the men.
Yeah.
By the way, the other thing about Benaz is it's illegal for women to ride in Iran. And the actual fact is it's not illegal for women to ride, but they won't issue women motorcycle licenses. So they ride illegally. And she's the first one who started doing that. She'd tuck her hair up in her jacket, put on men's gear, and go ride. And it was something she just loved so much, she took that risk. And she became a mentor to other women. She wanted to race, and they said no, she couldn't race against the men. So she got enough other women and taught them how to ride that she could have a race. Went back to the race officials, said, I have all the women now, we'd like to have a women's race. And they said, okay, but here's how it's going to work. Once the men's races are done, we're going to have to clear the stadium, and we'll let the women come out and race. You also have to provide all of the track marshals and everyone, because none of the men can stay out there while they're racing. And you can have your race, and then when you're done, we'll let everyone back in. And she did it.
Wow.
Now, she didn't continue racing in Iran because it was just easier to travel to Europe, and became part of that whole circuit there, but got so many women into riding that the movement was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, where there are more and more women riding and not giving a fuck that they were getting tickets.
Yeah.
They just pay the fine. They don't care. And more women were doing it in defiance until just, I think, about 4 weeks ago, the government agreed to start issuing licenses to women because the movement had grown so strong. And Benaz is our ambassador for the WRWR. She's been over in Europe, but last month she went back to go to Iran so she could start passing the baton. And she reached out, she sent us a message and said, when she came back, she was held, she was detained for a while. and she didn't know she was going to be released. She didn't know what was going on. She messaged me that things are very bad there. She said like 40,000 people have been killed. This was last month.
Mm-hmm.
Yet she still got out there and started passing the baton to other women riders in Tehran, which to us, watching this, knowing the story, knowing the politics and the history, we applauded her. I wrote a story about her because I'm like, this is what a hero is.
Yes.
This is what a hero is. And she had another baton pass just a few days ago. And I haven't heard from her since all of this has been going on. I trust she's smart. I trust she'll figure out how to stay safe, to get out, to do whatever she's got to do. But I just wanted to mention, because of everything going on, that there are some amazing people in that part of the world doing amazing things. And Benaz Shafei is one of them.
Well said.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
The Zoroastrian, from my understanding, the Zoroastrian religion is much older than the Muslim religion, and is based there out of Persia, and those traditions last longer, and they would not have those type of restrictions under, Zarathustra.
Right.
This is not something that would happen. So bravo to her, and it's going to come out in the wash, and good times are coming.
So where can we learn more about her?
Yeah.
There's articles about her, Behnaz, Benaz, Shafei, Shafei, I believe. People have done articles on her. She's a badass. And once I hear back from her, I'll let you guys know that she's safe. But, another interesting thing, I was talking recently, I checked in with one of my friends in Dubai. Sarah Barakat, who I noticed on Facebook is also mutual friends with Bridget.
Yeah, well,
LeBaire?
Bridget LeBaire.
Yeah,
Bridget LeBaire, and I'm very envious that you get to ride with Bridget LeBaire this year on the Isle of Man, I believe, was where you're heading.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Bridget is solid people. Bridget still has some things to learn. She's young and she can learn from you, but you can really learn from her because she's an incredibly naturally talented rider. She's been through absolute hell in a race down. She did the Baja. Oh, geez, what did they call it? The Baja. It was like
the 500.
Yeah, it was a Baja. Yeah, it was a Baja TT. It was
the
Baja TT. And it was it was a street race, and it was horribly mismanaged. And she got horribly injured down there, and she came back from that. Part of the Road to Recovery folks, and she is a force to be reckoned with. She's also very good at mathematics.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
But Dubai, that is one country I would never live in. Never live in. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Why?
I would weigh about 400 pounds. Because my diet would consist exclusively of Dubai chocolate bars.
They are pretty good, aren't they?
That's all I would eat. So I've become 400 pounds in a moment.
Speaking of that, real quick, Emma, I forgot. I have a little bit of a conundrum. I wanted to get your opinion on this.
Well, I'll help you solve it.
So,
sorry.
Oh my word! You bad girl.
She has a fart machine on her phone, doesn't she?
No, you missed what it was.
So as you know, at the Isle of Man for the Legacy Lap,
yes,
that Norton is offered to give us some bikes.
That's very kind of them.
And at the AIM Expo, we were looking at those super bikes. Were beautiful.
Oh, the Manx. I got to sit on the Manx. I just about jizzed on the fucking seat. And he's so fucking gorgeous.
So I was very excited. And Haley has been talking with him about this. And Haley, well, great news. I've secured it. We're going to get the bike. She's chosen vintage bikes. And I went, wait, what? No, I want one of the new ones. She goes, no, we want vintage bikes.
No.
Emma, do we want to?
It's the
ride
new
vintage
V4.
Nortons or
they
new
designed the
Superbikes?
V4 engine. It's the new V4 engine that they designed.
She just assumed that that's what the legacy is, and we need to ride vintage bikes.
No,
and I'm like,
well, no, hang on a sec, because there's a couple of things going on here. There is a reverence for vintage bikes in England and the Isle of Man that's not necessarily as prevalent here. So it's no bad thing riding a vintage bike.
Yeah.
What do you know what she's got you riding in?
I don't.
Whatever.
I mean,
they give her.
whatever they're bringing for us.
I mean, Norton vintage
if I
could mean
guessed a Manx, I mean,
yeah, vintage could mean a great many things. I mean, you might be on a Commando, which is quite a lovely bike to ride, and you'd enjoy it thoroughly. It might be a Manx, although I very much doubt it.
I just don't know if that's what I want to ride on.
I mean, 961's getting on for 25 years old now. No, actually 35 years old now, so it could be a 961.
So, because I've not ridden one of those, are they still a lovely ride?
Yeah, oh yeah. I guarantee you, especially if it's being supplied by Norton themselves, so you know it's going to be mechanically absolutely first class, you're going to enjoy whatever they give you.
Okay.
And if you get a modern bike, you'll get that modern bike experience. But if you get a vintage bike, consider this. It'll be a vintage bike that's been worked on by the factory.
Yeah.
That kind of built it in the first place. And I know it's a very convoluted route, that the current Triumph factory never built Speed Twins back in the 30s, but they have the know-how. So I think you'd be in for quite a good experience. There's a thing going on in England right now where they're preserving all these steam locomotives from the 1930s, and they're putting them on mainline service because most of the rail in England is privatized now. So they're actually using these things for what they were intended to do, like 100-mile-an-hour express trains. And it's quite practical. And of course, they're restored to perfect condition because the people who were building them work at the factories where they were built in the 1930s. So I think it'd be the same with your Norton. If you have a vintage one, you're not going to be riding some clapped out rusty thing with the wheels that aren't round anymore. I mean, you're going to be riding something that is in perfect condition. And if you're lucky enough to get a race bike, you'd thoroughly enjoy riding a vintage.
Well, I'm going to be
Norton.
having a passenger, so we'll see.
There's something quite charming about the entire idea of getting to do that.
You're going to end up on a Commando. I'm going to tell you right now, they're probably going to put you on a Mark III Commando, which is a great bike to ride. I mean, it's a 100-mile-an-hour bike. They don't vibrate. The brakes are 1970s brakes, but and 1970s handling. But it's a very agreeable bike to ride.
Stable, has nice neutral handling.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
It's a fun bike.
Just remember that bridge that I launched myself freaking 6 feet in the air and I went over it at like 35 miles per hour and I thought I was going slow. So yeah, you want to slow down for that bridge. It'll chuck you.
So Emma.
Yes.
I'm looking at my calendar right
now. The calendrier,
yeah. I'm wondering, what weekends will you not be here?
Well, Kat gave me a piece of paper which I've lost, but you've got another one here. There you go, in the circle.
Yes.
So ties in perfectly to our next topic.
Oh dear.
So, we're going to do this in two ways. I'm here to promote the Misfits tour, which is a small part of what...
It's back, baby.
It is back, but it's a very small part of what Kat does, and Kat can kind of expand on more of what he does.
Sure.
But I am here to promote and hopefully persuade people to go on some of our trips this year. Now, here we are on March the 1st, 2026. Emma's birthday. I'm 64 years old, tra-la-la, and the world is a very scary place.
I'm going to catch you.
Yes. However, you'll never catch me, baby.
I just remember when you turned 60, that it was a big deal. And now I'm about to hit 60.
Yeah, and you're like, And we'll both be in our 60s. I was discussing with you, Liza, actually, on the phone earlier. And I said, when you're at school, 4 years difference seems a huge amount.
Yeah.
If you're 16, you're not going to hang out with a 12-year-old. Or conversely, if you're 16, you're not going to hang out with a 20-year-old. It'd be highly inappropriate. But I'm 64. You're going to be 60. It's like, big deal. We're just a pair of old mares.
Yeah, exactly.
So look, just to recap, many, many years ago now, dear Kat came on our show promoting Leod Escapes, and we thought it was the most fabulous idea. And I still think it is. These are absolutely wonderful trips. But generally, they are catered towards well-heeled motorcyclists, you know?
Track riders who've got some cash.
Exactly. And
I know what the bill is.
That's your target audience. And I said, well, look, let's work together on a trip that working boys and girls can afford.
Mm-hmm.
And the mantra I've always used on all of our trips, if you can afford a used motorcycle, you can go on a Leod Escapes Misfit trip. And we do
use used motorcycles as currency.
Right. And
they're like coins.
You know, the prices have gone up a little. Everything's gone up, but it's still an affordable trip. So we are running. There's 2 trips I'm going to talk about and potentially a third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our first trip is the Dolomites Tripanar.
This is the original.
This is the original. This is the very first trip we did from all those years ago. This is consistently a best-selling trip. We fly into Munich. We check into our hotel, spend the night or a couple of nights if you want. We literally walk across the street, pick up brand new BMW rental bikes from the largest BMW dealer in Germany, actually in Europe, I believe.
It's the largest rental fleet in all of Europe.
Yep. And then ride to Italy. Spend the remainder of the week riding around Italy, and then ride back to Munich and all go home.
That does sound nice.
It's a wonderful trip. And the beauty of the trip, there's instruction there if you want it. Kat is an enormously talented rider. The ride instructors are hugely talented. I jump in and teach a little bit as well. There's that available, but if you just want to ride, we give you that option as well. We're not there to babysit you. We're all grown-ups. If you want instruction, you can have it. If you just want to ride and enjoy it, you can do that. Now, I've pieced together this trip, and you can't do this trip by buying the individual stuff that we offer. You can't do it for less money. So, over the years, Kat's negotiated some great deals with the rental guys.
Having traveled, Kat, one of the things he's very good at is finding good lodging.
Right.
Yes.
The lodging's great. The hotel that we stay at, it's actually in Alba, isn't it?
Yes, it's in Alba. It's just outside of Canazai. It's been run by this always makes me crack. The Parmigiani family has been there for 5 generations. And I was there originally when Mom was running it. Now Mom is sort of halfway retired. Grandma is still there, and Grandma's kind of lost her short-term memory. It doesn't matter because she teaches me Italian. I see her every morning. She's got a little place in the back. She putters around the hotel and she helps out. That's what she does. It's a wonderful family, in the village of Alba. And of course, Silvano. Silvano has this fabulous restaurant up at the top of the mountain. And again, this is what Silvano used to be the mayor of Canazai for a while there, but he's got connections. He knows. I know everybody there. You want anything, you need anything. You need a dentist, you need a doctor, you need anything. Yeah, we know where to go.
It's a wonderful little town. It's a wonderful little hotel. It's got a tower.
Yes.
We get a super breakfast every morning, and then we go out and ride bikes all day. It really doesn't get any better than that.
Are you saving the dates to the end? Or are you...
No, we're going to. I'm going to tell you the dates right now. The Dolomites Tripanar goes from July 12th until July the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
The 12th through the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the second big trip I'm going to talk about is called the Tripanar, so the same rules apply. There's as much instruction as you want. If you want no instruction for this, that is fine. If you want all the instruction, it's there for you and it's all included.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about this one because this is my absolute favorite part of the world. It's the Pyrenees. It's basically the area between southern France and northern Spain. I've got very, very fond memories of the Pyrenees back when my mum lived in Spain. And I've travelled over the Pyrenees in glorious bright sunshine, and I've travelled over it with the worst rain I have ever encountered. But it's magical. And this is later in the year.
Can I just suggest maybe you drop the whole rain story from pitching these trips?
Generally, we're going in the time of year where you don't get much rain, and that's the reason why we go.
Exactly. So,
okay.
But the thing to remember, and I do bring up the rain for a reason, particularly the Dolomites. This is an alpine region, and the weather can change from moment to moment. Mm-hmm. The good news is there are so many microclimates. You can wake up and it's pouring with rain and you're despondent. And so you sit down and you're chomping on your egg and bacon and friggin' 10 minutes later the sun comes out. And it's fantastic. Conversely, if you're out riding and it's pouring with rain, you just get to the other side of the mountain range and it's bright sunshine again. So it's wonderful. The Pyrenees at the end of September, which is when our trip is, you're pretty much guaranteed good weather.
Yep.
What are those dates?
So the Pyrenees is September 27th to October the 3rd. Now, what airport are we flying into, Kat?
That is Barcelona.
So we're flying into Barcelona, beautiful town, La Ramblas. It's, hold on to your purse because the pickpockets there are professionals.
Yes, the Roma.
But the open-air market at La Rambla is fantastic. It's night or day. You just promenade up and down. It's just, Barcelona's a wonderful place.
It's a city of love. It's a city of music. It's a university city. And I swear they are the healthiest people on the planet because every block, there's a gym. And there's people walking to the gym in their gym clothes, lying out in the park on Sundays. It can be quite distracting. Just beautiful people, lovely people. Yeah, it's like any major city, of course. It's got little problems here, little problems there. But on the whole, it's a much more hospitable and lovely place than many other places I go to in the world. I absolutely love Barcelona. Our rival hotel is actually in Barcelona Sants region, which is close to the Plaça de Catalunya, which is a beautiful area you can walk down. And my favorite shopping center in all of Europe is actually a converted old bull fighting ring. It is now a shopping center. Stunning. And my favorite gelato place is down at the bottom.
Okay, hold on. You make fun of Velveeta, where Bagel is, but not Plaça de Catalunya?
Plaça de Catalunya. Classic. And did you notice the way he pronounced Barcelona?
Barcelona. It's because one of the kings had a horrible lisp, and so the entire country had to change their accent, and so it stuck.
That neck of the woods in Spain, it's very, very interesting because it's Spain. It's Catalonia. They speak two languages. They speak Catalan and Spanish. So we're in northern Spain. We're picking up our bikes there, and we're going riding.
Yep.
We are riding, baby.
Yep.
So either trip, you're going to have a fabulous time. The Dolomites trip is going to be the time of your life. How do I know this? How many of these have we done, Kat?
Oh, geez. Did we start this in 2021? Yikes. 2022? Back when dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Right. But it's a lot of our customers are repeat customers because they have such a good time. Check it out on Leon Escapes. There's all kinds of videos you can watch and testimonials from people that we didn't pay.
Well, there's a couple of bonus things, obviously, that I'm looking forward to you discovering yourself, Emma, because one, our captain there is Captain Noya. Okay, Captain Noya is a Catalan man. He's my man in Catalan. He knows the Iberian Peninsula backwards and forwards. He broke his collarbone chasing Alex Rins. Okay, this is the type of people that he's lived with. He's a tire tester. He's a motorcycle trainer. He will help you with your motorcycle riding. He's very quiet. He's very reserved.
So wait, you get instruction?
Yes.
On the cheap tours?
Yeah, get that on there. And more importantly, who is joining us as well, because we always include that Champ U University online. Who's going to help us? Major Thompson. Major Thompson is coming from the United States. He's a retired major from U.S. Marine Corps. Quiet, nice, generous man, really good at motorcycle riding, has helped me a lot with my riding, and he's also a professor of history.
So, on the intercom, can you hear me, Major Tom?
Apologize for the sound I'm making as I'm unpacking a toy.
No, you are. But no, this is exactly what I'm saying, Liza, if you'd listen to me. If you want formal instruction and the highest quality instruction, it's included. Yeah. But we would never force you into having. If you want it, it's there, and it's of the highest standard. Yeah. If you want no instruction and just want to ride around on your own all day, that's fine too. But you get a complete experience. I guarantee you're going to have the time of your life. And I will guarantee that on both tours. Before I pass it on to you so you can pitch the expensive tours,
sure.
I'm going to talk about a third one. There are a couple left on this.
Yeah.
But you didn't even mention the pasta.
Well,
do you get pasta on this trip?
You get everything. You get pasta, you get breakfast, you get schnitzel.
Is this the one where you go to that place where you get all the meat?
Yes.
That's the Dolomites trip. That's Silvano.
Yeah, you had me at meat.
Yeah, Silvano is the pimp of meat.
Yeah, you get the meat sweats. Yeah. You eat so much meat, you get the meat sweats.
It's glorious.
And it's, everything's included in the trip. So it's a fantastic experience.
Before you go on, I want to share this toy, Emma.
Oh, it's a spider.
Well,
yes, but it's the
it's
add-on
the accessory that comes with it that's so amazing.
Has it got a frunk?
Gifted to me by David and Michelle, came by the garage today, and it is one of the Can-Am spiders, but look at the accessory that comes with it. Can you hand that to her? This is the most amazing part.
What?
You want to describe what you're
so
it's looking a little thick.
So she's quite lovely. So our Can-Am spider has a female rider, and I'd say she's been on the starchy foods for a while.
Corn-fed.
No, and she's wearing Spider-Man trousers. And lacy up boots, but the jacket,
bedazzled,
is similar to what I have seen Rob Halford who fronts Judas Priest.
Breaking the law.
Yes, very similar jacket, but the Spider-Man trousers are quite something. But I think what I find most alluring, her hair is actually gold. It's not yellow, it's gold.
Does that look like a Can-Am rider?
I'm afraid so. Yes.
We've not talked about what does a typical Can-Am rider look like?
Well,
like that.
I think we found it.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to be too insulting here, but I rode a tricycle when I was a kid, and I don't feel the need to go back to
a trikey.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think that is
a gift, and I don't
feel the need to go back to one yet.
Right, yet.
I just had to unpack it because it was so amazing.
That is splendid. Can I see the package? Does it give it any?
There.
It's all the way.
Oh no, they have a whole set of them.
Are they all like this?
I don't know. It just shows the bikes, not the little accessory rider.
I think this is absolutely splendid.
Patrick, can you reach that, Joe? Hand that to her.
So I'm going to talk about a third trip. And
there's a third trip that's happening right after the Dolomites, and it's a test trip that I'm taking with experienced folks who've been with us before on the Dolomites trip and some of my track riding friends and whatnot. It's just folks who are, because we're testing it. We want to see how it will work, and it's Bavaria to Hessen. So we're going from the beer drinking, we're going from the spleen of Germany to the heart of Germany. Hessen it is the soul of Germany. The heads, the top city there is Frankfurt, and then one of the major cities, one of the old capitals, is called Kassel. Kassel. And believe it or not, my grandfather was from a village just south of Kassel called Deuter.
And you're not making this the castles and curves?
Well, one of the problems that we had with castles and curves, it wasn't structured like the Tripanar, where you go to one place and then do day loops, where we provide everyone with more loops than they could possibly ride during the trip. I have some loops already in my head where I want to go and where we're going to build routes from. But really, this is kind of a trip home for me because I'm going home to my grandfather's hometown. And also, Mouse's mother's hometown is just outside of Bavaria, which will be a coffee shop.
So
I want to say there is something nice about having a home base that you keep coming back to.
Yeah.
And your luggage
No
is all-
repacking, no
Yeah,
repacking.
Exactly.
You've got your home.
That is nice.
Yes.
So what I wanted to say about this trip, it's a test trip.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be getting the bugs out of it. Now, if you're into adventure and you don't mind that there's going to be less structure and we're trying to figure things out, this may be a great fun trip. Right at the moment, it's highly likely that I'll be on it.
Oh.
Just because, being on a Lufthansa 747, as agreeable as it is, it's 11 hours and you get off that thing like a piece of beef jerky that's been in the cupboard for too long. And I'd rather spread that experience out over 2 weeks rather than just one.
All right.
So it's highly likely I'll be on that one too.
Yeah.
And as Kat will testify, if nothing else, Emma is quite a fun traveling companion.
Oh, dear God. No, the stealing of the glass of wine, I will never forget that. You took the whole fucking glass.
Well, I wanted to see.
You want to waste it.
No, I can't abide waste. And I always make sure that I have a sufficient size purse on the trip
Yes,
that I
you
can put a
do.
complete glass of wine in it.
Just a glass? I mean,
Yeah, no, she
lightweight.
literally took the glass. I was absolutely thrilled.
Well,
It was adorable.
No, this was the first trip. And we went to a schnitzel place because Emma had to have schnitzel.
Yeah.
So we went to a schnitzel place and I was there's wine on the menu. So I ordered a very agreeable bottle of red. And the waiter came and he said, "How many glasses would you like?" And just one. He's like, okay. So I got through a whole bottle and I was working on the second one. And I got through most of that and I just had one glass left. And I was pretty drunk by this stage.
I do want to talk a little bit about the Val d'Aran, which is our home base for the Pyrenees trip and all. This is upscale, more upscale than you've been in before, my dear. The spa down below.
Darling, I'm driving a
hotel.
Bentley.
Okay, the spa down below is to die for. The valley itself is beautiful, peaceful, right on the border with
did
France.
I ever tell you about my spa down below?
see, that's how you're going to get past the beef jerky part of all of this.
Well,
That's right.
you know, I was
right.
actually down there using the spa as one of the other women were getting a treatment, and I hear "hasta puta." I'm like, I think I remember what that word means in Spanish. Does it mean the same thing in Spain as it does? Sí, the puta. I'm like, okay, it means the same thing. In other words, she was having a wax job done. I'm like, okay then. Yes, so full spa treatments available, wonderful down in the basement. It's very Romanesque down below, and it has a nice spa.
So is Emma.
Yes, so am I.
So it's a wonderful place to stay.
That's why I call it the Vatican.
The winter cut.
No, the Vatican.
Oh, and they have a Stelvio Pass, by the way. It's literally called Stelvio Pass, but it's a Stelvio Pass where nobody's there.
Oh, I like this. Well, the funny thing about the Pyrenees, it is absolutely God's country, but it has always been a place between southern France
Yes.
and northern Spain. And that's its job, to get you across there. So to play there, in a lot of ways, it's far more fun than Stelvio, where the whole world comes to play at Stelvio.
Yep.
The whole world. And it's okay if everybody knows what they're doing, but you always get some bonehead in an overpowered car who really doesn't know what they're doing and makes a complete menace of themselves. I mean, you deal with it.
Well, not just
It's
that,
a
but
minor
But
inconvenience.
you're also dealing with RVs and all kinds of crazy stuff
yeah.
going over that path.
Yeah. It's a tourist destination. You should do it at least once just to say you've done it. Get your sausage at Bruno's at the top. But the Stelvio here in the Pyrenees, there's nobody there.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and it's tighter and twistier than the Stelvio.
What bikes will we be renting in Spain, Kat?
In Spain, you will have BMW are 1300 GSs, the new 1300s, which are very technical, a little bit heavy.
Squatty bike.
Yeah, they squat down on their own. It's very handy. I think we also have got some 900 XRs as well, which are the great value.
My favorite.
Yeah, no, it's a great value bike. But yeah, it's I'm working with my buddies there. Joanne keeps me supplied with bikes. They run their own tour company there. They have their own fleet of bikes, and they've purchased a lot of bikes. I think they have the number one amount of bikes now in Spain. They're competing heavily with another tour operator, but they are, because they do tire testing, they do car testing as well. They run lots of events in Spain. They're my hookup. They're how I find I work together with them. They say, "Hey, Kat, we've got this hotel. Which one do you want?" And I say, okay, this one's about right. This one's outside of town. This one's out of the center. This one's dead center in the awesome stuff. I'm like, okay, that's the one we want for particular necessities. But no, Joanne's my guy. And as always, I want local guides in that local region to help guide us through not just the roads, but the customs and the people and multilingual. And you have to be adaptable to be a traveler. And we have plenty of people who've been on Tripreneurs who now have learned how to ride across Europe. It's not that hard once you learn how to do it. First day is always the biggest challenge. And then by day 3, you're like, I'm going to make my own route. Right. In fact, some guys did. They did we called it breakfast at Stelvio. It was a smart move. They did the route in reverse and ended up having breakfast on the top of Stelvio, and it was genius at work.
Yeah, left at like 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And that's the point of these trips. If you've ever been on an Edelweiss trip and have enjoyed yourself, but kind of got frustrated because you're being babied along all the time, this is the ideal antidote.
Yeah.
Because we don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Werner initially kudos to Edelweiss. They run a very nice, very pleasant tour. And Emma knows exactly what those are, having driven a tour bus for so long.
Right. And they were a very early adopter. And truthfully, before it sounds like I'm trashing Edelweiss, if it wasn't for Edelweiss, Layout Escapes might not be in existence. Because, Edelweiss really pioneered the touring motorcycle segment, but we offer something different.
Yeah,
we offer something because these are misfit tours, and we are misfits. It's my promise to you. If you're thinking about it, I promise you will not have more fun on a motorcycle than on one of our trips.
You're going to get stuffed as well. The amount of food is deliciousness. Yeah.
You're going to eat too much. You're going to drink too much. You're going to ride a motorcycle far too fast. You are going to go back home with the sweetest memories of your time, and you're probably going to sign up for next year's because you had such a great time.
The most important things in life are not things. Okay, if you've ever cleaned out a house of somebody who's died,
what?
Yeah, if you've ever cleaned out somebody's house after they've died, it's all this stuff. What are you going to do with all this stuff?
Find a broken television.
Right. The most important things in life are not things. So it's about experiences, and the younger generation is getting that. They really are. We're seeing a lot more younger people coming out, and this is a tour that they scrape and save. They can afford. I'm getting people much younger than me on these tours. And they're riding pretty well. They show promise. So this is something that you can do, that you can afford, and will teach you how to do it on your own. In an environment where we're never more than 20 minutes away. You can call on your instructors at any time. We're there if you need us. You've got the routes. You get together with your squadron in the morning and decide where you're going to go. And, we're there to help you if you need it. But by day 3,
you're
gone.
You'll be on your own.
Yeah.
I would like to also point out the route we take from Munich to Italy. We don't go on the freeway. We're close to the freeway. And certainly when you get through Austria, you're riding these little country roads. There's one lane going one way, one lane going another way. And you're looking up at the freeway. And it's one of the great engineering feats of the 21st century. It's a masterpiece of engineering. It's concrete towers 200 feet high with the freeway above it. and it's laden with traffic and laden with trucks. And here we are riding along on these gorgeous country roads. And that's really a hallmark of how Cat sets up the maps, because we go through the towns. We experience the little towns, the little roads. It's great riding, but it's not freeway riding.
Yeah, Hannibal would have been very jealous.
Yes.
Of the highway.
So, there you have it. Sign up for it. All these things are available on Leod Escapes, Leod.
Yep.
Escapes. And for my fellow Bentley drivers, Kat,
Yes.
do you want to pitch your other trips?
Oh, okay, if I must. Okay, so our standard fun Munich to Mugello, originally designed for somebody who was going on their 50th birthday trip. It is June 28th to July 9th. All right. I think we've got about 3 or 4 bookers on that one. Okay, Vienna to Red Bull Ring, I'm afraid is sold out. This is our first test of the year. We tested most of the hotels and everything last year, and some stuff in Slovenia. So it's riding around Slovenia and then doing track time on Red Bull Ring, and that one's sold out, I'm afraid, because my past clients already came in and snatched that up. And then Core of Catalunya. Core of Catalunya is October 7th to the 16th, again using Captain Noya. And then we round out the year with Portimao and Andalucia, arriving and departing from Malaga. Okay.
I swear these are made up names.
I grew up overseas, so as a kid we got to travel all over the place. So for me, I'm like, oh, yep, I know where that is. I know where that is.
Malaga, yeah, we'll pass by Ronda probably for lunch. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He makes it sound so casual.
Well, I've been doing this for 14 years, so, but really there's nothing else like it. Nobody is doing what we do, even after 14 years. I've seen some people try and fall flat on their faces. In a lot of cases, because they don't respect the local culture. They don't try to learn the local language. They don't embrace the local food. Okay, yeah, Americans have a certain reputation traveling abroad, but guess what? Germans do as well. And so do the Chinese, and so do the Japanese. Everybody can be an ugly traveler. You can be a good traveler, be a good ambassador for your country, and learn to get along with folks and have a fabulous freaking time. And good food unites the world. A good meal. I'm hooked on ramen. I'm on a ramen phase right now. So,
Oh, you liking ramen?
Oh, I have something for you.
Oh, goody.
Before you leave, do you mind if I hawk my wares a little bit?
By all means.
Well, I just want to talk about doner culture before you go, because
Doner
doner kebabs are the best, and they're everywhere in Germany. And it's lamb and it's beef and it's they're so good.
Yeah, they seem to think that it's theirs. It's Turkish and Greek food, but really the Germans love it. It's their fast food.
Yeah, I think I should carry a doner card so that somebody can have my kebab after I'm dead.
Yeah, your doner kebab. Yeah, always good, medical facilities and whatnot, particularly in Germany and Spain. First responders are very quick. First responders are fabulous, but again, we're trying to avoid all that. We can make recommendations regarding medical insurance and whatnot. But
I'm thrilled to say on all of our trips, that's Castles and Curves.
Yep,
nobody's ever had a bump.
No one's ever hurt themselves.
Do we go fast? Yes, we go plenty fast.
Audubon.
But nobody's ever had a bump, so tra-la-la. Right.
All right, my turn.
Yes, it's it. Pitch it, Liza.
This one's for the ladies out there.
All right.
I'm doing another one of my chick stand trips, and I'm taking a group to Pakistan. Now, this one is different from the previous trips. I've made this one a little bit easier. No off-roading, not the big adventure, because this trip is more about the things we're going to be doing on it. Kind of like how you curate your trips, Kat. So mine is September 20th to September 29th, so it's a little bit shorter trip. And we're going to be going to Islamabad, where we're going to first meet with women riders there and spend a day teaching other women how to ride, giving Pakistani women that opportunity to get some tips and advice and coaching. And if you think you don't have anything to offer, everyone has something to offer, because a lot of it is just telling them that it's possible.
Yes.
And just by doing it, you're already showing generations that it's possible. So we're going to spend a day in Islamabad, and then we're going to fly to Skardu, because usually that's a couple days slog. And what I want to do is shorten this trip for people who have a 2-week vacation and give them that travel time. So we'll fly to Skardu, where we pick up the bikes. The choices are the old standby, the Honda CB 150F, or for $800 more, which is worth it, you can get the CF Moto Ibex 450.
I am so jealous.
I like the Ibex.
It's so sexy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we're going to ride up to Hunza, that Bagel is very familiar with, where we're going to spend another day teaching women up in the Hunza Valley how to ride. This is about giving back and mentoring and teaching and trying to make an impact on the women riders there. That is a very small number and growing every time I go back. And it's so cool to be a part of this infancy of women riding in a country. And then we are going to go up to the border of China, which is like 15,000 feet. So this is going to be some high altitude riding. You talk about kind of curves you guys do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So jealous.
These are some switchbacks, a lot of fun. And then have another day off in Hunza before we go back to Skardu and head back. So nothing, not the adventure riding. We're not going to be going through the active landslides like I have in the past, that kind of stuff. This is a simpler ride anyone can do. And for shorter riders, the CB 150F, anyone can manage it. And the total cost, if you want to come on this trip, this is including the bikes, the food, the lodging, is $3,500.
And you get those economics because the prices there are so much lower. And what really impresses me is that my economics, the best economics professor I ever had, Carlos Benito, he was an Argentinian professor. He worked for the World Bank, and he told the class, he said, the number one way to increase survivability on our tiny little planet is the education of women. I never forgot that. So teaching, educating women how to ride, schooling, realizing that they can do these things regardless of what other people may tell them that they can't or they're not allowed to do, this pushes the human race forward. We need the education of women. So hats off. For years in the industry, I've promoted women riding, and it's really starting to come on strong. It's stronger in Europe than it is in here, but it's getting better. And it's only because of trailblazers like you that these things are happening.
So I love doing these trips. It's with my old friend Moin Khan. It's my favorite place to go. And if anyone has any concerns about safety issues, I like to tell people, if they're having riots in Detroit, do you tell people not to go to Yosemite?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
We're up in the mountains, far from everything.
Yeah, and Moin's got hookups and relationships everywhere. You guys are safer than kittens.
So again, September 20th to 29th, go to adifferentagenda.com if you would like more info. And dudes, there are other trips if you'd like to come. You know who, Emma, do you know who's hosting a trip there this year that is already sold out?
Who is hosting a trip?
Our friend Elspeth.
Really?
Hey.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Do I get to pimp my trips now?
You want to pimp a trip?
I do.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to pimp the program I work with. I work with a program. It's called Motorcycle Relief Project.
Oh, yeah.
We take veterans and first responders out on 5-day trips in Colorado and Arizona. So if you're a veteran or first responder, we take you out. We have a fleet of BMW GSs. We have trainers. Some of them are ride trainers. Some of them are MSF trainers. Some of them are adventure trainers from the BMW Riding Academy. Lots of different places. And we pay for the whole thing. So it isn't completely funded. We do about 10 trips per year. But of course, I do the women's programming, so I, of course, am going to stand here and go, look, I am looking for female veterans and first responders who would like to come and get a little relief, taking a 5-day trip over in Colorado or down in Arizona next fall. But yeah.
And if you think you don't qualify for this, just do a little twitch on your shoulder twitch, and just they'll fall for it.
Yep.
Oh, we take lots of folks out. We have a really good time. We take folks out. Again, it's all completely funded. So lodging, fuel, food, all of it is paid for, and we take care of that whole thing. So if you're looking to do something like that, veteran or first responder, go to motorrelief.org. You can take a look at all of the different dates that we have available and come ride with us.
Yeah. No, veterans and first responders on our trips, we always say, if you're riding with Kat and you're a veteran or first responder, I'm paying for your fuel. Because I know if we have anything go south, you're cool under fire. If there's blood spurting out somewhere, even if it's almost never us. It's something. It's like there's a car accident on the side of the road, and we're the first people there. Boom, we're in, we're helping, we're doing what we can, and because that's who we are.
Oh, I did a fabulous field dressing a few years ago on a poor old man who'd fallen off his bicycle.
Yeah, we helped out a guy in Munich once.
Oh dear, he was bleeding quite a bit. Yeah. But I did a lovely field dressing, and we waited until the ambulance got there.
We've all got those Skittles.
There you go, tra-la-la.
I would like to make a comparison.
Mm.
I am currently comparing Harley Davidson to a very nice young Mormon girl who flirts but leaves you with blue balls.
Really?
Ow.
Wow. Oh, I'm not sure about that one.
Wow.
I sent you all a link.
Oh, that.
To the new concept bike that Harley Davidson released.
Look.
Did you all get to take a look?
No, you're going to have to show it to me.
I did.
Did you
but
send
I
it to
want
me
to
today?
point out, Liza, that I don't share your obsession with the Cafe Racer. And although I like the Cafe Racer and I like the concept of it, I have never forgiven the Cafe Racer for spoiling the Sportster. So I don't know whether you know the story. Harley Davidson made the Cafe Racer in 1977 and expected to sell a lot more than they actually did.
The CR.
XLCR. What happened was they had a glut of frames. So from the 77-year model onwards, the Sportster got the Cafe Racer frame, which is basically why pre-77 Sportsters look very cool, and post-77 Sportsters, although they're cool, there's a little awkwardness about them because they've all got Cafe Racer frames.
So in 1977, CR is a cool-looking bike, but from what I understand, it didn't perform well. It didn't handle well.
Well, it was a 77 Sportster, so it was a four-speeder. Yeah.
But what they've done is made a concept, and Bagel, I sent it to you if you're able to look at it too, that is building off of, I assume that this is the same motor that they're using in the ADV bikes.
It looks like the Revolution Max.
Is that a 1350, something like that? I sent it to you in Messenger.
Okay.
And they've created a concept of a new CR.
Yes.
The Cafe Racer.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I think it's adorable. And I'm picky. I think it concept-wise, it's really cute.
Gotta wonder about the execution of it.
I always wonder about the execution of it.
Well, here's the thing, though. These concept bikes draw you in because you look at it and say, oh, that's absolutely fantastic. But the production bike, should they build a production bike, will look very, very different.
The wheelbase is really long.
Because now you're going to start adding DOT turn signals. Now you're going to start adding DOT mirrors. Now you're going to start adding DOT license plate illumination, blah, blah, blah. And anyone can make a bike look pretty by taking stuff off it. Triumphs in particular. The more you take off a Triumph, the prettier it gets. And to a certain extent, Harley Davidsons are the same way. That is a good-looking bike.
Why do you think they're releasing it? Why the images?
Because it's tempted to reel you in. It's
and give you blue balls. This is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Are they going to release this
It's
bike?
called edging, Liza. That's what the kids call it. Edging.
Ooh.
Is that the term edging?
That's a
Yes,
different
that's the
thing.
So it's a
Um,
concept bike, but we still don't know what the price point is on it.
Right.
It's a concept, doesn't exist. Can I present to you? I sent you another link.
Mhm.
Another bike from 2016 that was teased to us.
Oh, yes. I remember that one.
The Harley Davidson XG 750R flat tracker.
Yeah.
Emma, you remember the really successful Harley Street 500 and 750?
Yes, they were so successful. And, that potentially really had the makings of a good bike, but it was poorly executed and the quality control was a little bit choppy.
Yeah. But the 750 motor, I mean, I heard good things. In fact, what they released in 2016 was a track-only flat tracker. You could not buy this for the street, even though it was based off of the Street 750 bike. They made a race bike out of the Street 750 and made it track-only. This was another time, I present, that they led us on and walked away.
To me, this just looks like the little 350 training bike that they got. It's just a
That
little
they
smaller.
also
That's
have
what this
not
reminds-
released here.
And now we've got the new one.
That
coming
I
that's-
present case
Yeah.
number 3.
Hang
The
on.
350s they put into the schools and decided not to release here.
Right.
Well,
Another cool looking bike. My question is, why does Harley Davidson keep making really cool bikes that are outside of their norm, but not outside of the norm of what everyone else wants?
because none of these bikes would be able to be sold to the public at large because none of them would pass emissions. That
Mm.
XG 750 track racer,
But it's the Street 750 past emissions. Why can't they make it the Street 750?
because
look
all it
like
all it would be is it would be an adequate performing 750 that looks like that, and I don't
Yeah.
think it'd sell.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it might, but
Why not? They sell the XR.
Interestingly enough, that the 350 training bike that they've got
Uh-huh.
right now, they've actually just gone ahead and approved it for.
Nope.
They will be selling off the training fleets.
Oh, selling off the training fleet.
So all of those training bikes, those little 350 training
because
bikes, are
they
gonna get
decided
sold
to
off.
bring the 400s
Because
in
they're
instead.
bringing in the.
but you might not be able to register those for the street
Right.
I'm not sure
because if it hasn't got type approval, emission
Right, it
gear
hasn't.
on it or fuel injection, I mean,
it's a Benelli.
it's a Benelli.
It's a Benelli 350.
right.
It
But
just never paid for all of the
It's,
testing and permissions here.
and so
Wow, that's California.
No, United States.
it's the
You
other
need to-
49 states.
You need to
as
get
well.
the approval.
And so it was the same a few years ago. The training had all these delightful little Honda 125 twins,
Yeah.
which are fantastic little bikes, but you could never register them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if something changed just because originally all of these schools were told that they weren't going to be allowed to sell those 350s and they had to be destroyed. And just here recently, they've got it approved so that they can actually be sold from the dealership.
Well, if it can get more people onto bikes, I mean, ultimately, it's a great thing.
Maybe because they're
But-
used, that makes a difference.
Well, this is the innovator's dilemma. They've been building bikes specifically for the baby boomers for ages. Now the baby boomers' kids are like, we want a bike for us. And this is a generational problem. It's a marketing problem.
Yeah.
And they keep running into the same problem. We've been telling the industry this for the past 20 fucking years.
But then they built the Livewire, which is a decent electric bike. They built the Pan America, which is a decent adventure bike. They have the ability
Yeah.
to diversify and make good bikes. And then they keep teasing us with bikes like this that would be hot, that would really bring more like Japanese riders into
Mhm.
Harley. And then they just dangle the pictures and leave.
Or at least
The
the
car
foot,
industry
the foot
does the same
position is
thing.
in the right place.
So what's
Yeah.
the 1000 that's sitting in the back of this other?
That's the 1977.
Oh, that's the
That's a-
1970.
Yeah.
CLR.
I have a model of it up here.
Well, I have to say I like the newer one better because
Yeah.
It looks sexy. I totally agree. And I think they'd be fools not to build it and then properly market it and whatnot and offer proper training for people to ride it. But, will they do that, or will just the old guys say, oh, that's not a real Harley?
You know what they need?
No.
So you know what they need to do with that bike is they need to campaign it in Super Hooligan.
The problem isn't the old guys who don't want it. The problem is the dealers who don't want to bring in bikes.
Yeah, the flooring costs. Yeah.
No, that their market already isn't looking for. They're not looking how to bring new people into their dealerships. They just keep trying to feed the same mouths over and over.
Exactly.
Yet another $50,000 CVO Road Glide.
Exactly. But I'm sorry, that market is fading out. You got to cater to the next generation, or somebody else is going to be eating your lunch.
It's been interesting going and talking to a number of the different dealerships recently that they really do. Many of the dealer owners really do want to have something that is mid-level or lower price point. And, the Street 500s, again, they've also been authorized to be sold off. And so they're selling those Street 500s over and over and over and over again. And many of the dealers are talking about, the dealer owners are really talking about wanting to be able to do that.
The problem is brand identity. Is it a Harley unless it has that particular Harley sound? Is it okay if you built a Harley that doesn't have that particular sound?
And the Benelli certainly does not.
Right.
How have the sales of the Pan America been?
Well, it was the ugliest bike ever made, but I think
not true.
I think it was very. I was very proud when Harley first put out that bike and looking at the specs on it. The specs on it, I'm like, this is your first time out of the gate, and this is what you were able to get that bike to do. I was very proud of Harley for making that bike. I couldn't see myself on one, but I was like, good on you guys, you did it.
And the sales on it haven't been too bad.
Harley sales have been bad.
But on the Pan Am itself, I've talked to a couple of different dealers, and one is up in Idaho, and he's selling them like left and right. He's having a fantastic time with them. Another dealership that I deal with over in Colorado.
Well, that will mean people will start looking for curvy roads to play with that Pan America on, as opposed to just cruising.
Even better, they're going and finding gravel roads with it. So for me, I'm like, hey, that's the more gristly that gets, the better.
Let's get
do it.
I just don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. They have a new CEO, but here's what I'm hoping: that this tease, that this time they're not just going to tease.
All right.
And I say this as somebody who, and look, we joke a lot, and I get accused of being a Harley basher. But the reality is I want to see them succeed.
Yeah.
And in the face of the motorcycle industry and everything that's happening right now, I would love to see them diversify better. Mm-hmm. I'd love to see them bring in more customers through that diversity. I mean, already when you go to dealerships, even though they got rid of the live wires, but you see a little section of adventure riding gear for the two Pan Americas they have over there in the corner. But it's small differences. And I think that that's what they're going to have to do to survive.
And you don't even need to be in the full adventure mode. They have the ST, which doesn't have all this stuff on it. And it's a great street bike just by itself. 150 horsepower is nothing to sneeze at.
No.
On a bike that weighs in the low 500s. It's a good bike.
Here's the thing. I mean, and Emma, you know Harleys pretty well.
I do.
What would you say is a damn sexy Harley, current or past? Sexy.
I'm going to be absolutely honest with you, and this may surprise an awful lot of people.
Don't say fat boy.
Don't say Pan Am.
I have always thought the most handsome Harleys are the AMF ones. And if you get a bone stock 74 Sportster with a good paint scheme on it, it's amazingly good looking.
Okay,
bike.
so you're going back quite a few decades.
And truthfully, that's where you need to go to find the truly handsome Harley Davidsons.
Except, again, all these that I presented to you were all sexy bikes. That's what they need.
Well, we've had this argument before. They said, go back into your lineup, pull out the old blueprints. All you have to do is update the brakes and the electronics, and you've got a seller.
Yeah, well,
I think motor matters, though. I mean, the Revolution Max is a great platform. It's my take on it based on YouTube videos that I've watched. Anyway, it's way better
so
than Yeah, I know. Yes, the internet doesn't lie.
It's all about bike.
It's psychic.
The Milwaukee 8 motor has issues. It's got a lot of plastic in it. It has some reliability problems. And whereas Revolution Max seems to be solid, doesn't seem to have any teething problems at all. So if you're going to buy something that's going to be reliable, that's not going to be in the shop all the time, you got to go with that Revolution motor.
Bagel, you're a scooter guy, but you get to see cruisers going back and forth from time to time. What do you think? What's going on here? Can Bagel hear us?
He just wants a Harley. He wants a Harley scooter again.
I was just gonna get Jeremy. I know you're the scooter guy and whatnot, but you see Harleys going back and forth. What's a good looking Harley that you think they should bring back? Update? Come on. I've asked the wrong person.
He's making faces.
Deer in headlights. I mean, their 50s models look pretty cool with the big light bars on the front and all the fringes and things. But I'm not into that aesthetic really.
All right.
Sex sells. That's all I'm saying.
Just need tassels.
No, you know what it actually reminds me of? So, remember the chopper craze?
Yes.
Right? The early 2000s.
Jesse James.
The whole thing.
The Tootles.
Exactly. One of the big catalogs you could order from was Custom Chrome.
Yes. And
you could go in there and order a kit, a build-a-bike kit, because they had everything on the shelves you needed to build a bike. In fact,
S&S engines. And
I built a chopper that had no parts from Harley. It was all Harley aftermarket parts. Right?
Did it make it 50 miles down the road?
Yeah.
All right.
But then the headlight fell off. So they had these kits you could buy to build a chopper. But one of them wasn't a chopper at all. And it was one I was very intrigued by. You could build a sport bike using a Harley crate engine, the frame and everything. It came with everything. And I thought, that is a cool looking bike. It reminded me a bit of that Yamaha that Mike Corbin had that they never brought here.
Oh, the MTO1?
Yeah, the MTO1. I think Sean from Bikes and Beards ended up buying that at auction. But getting that big V-twin into a sport bike with good suspension and good brakes, that looks so cool. And that was the least best-selling kit. I think I only knew one person ever who built that out. And I've always thought, oh, that'd be cool. Now what they're doing is, it looks like they're building those kind of bikes again, where you can put handling and performance onto one of these big twin engines.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
you can tame the beast.
King of the Baggers is migrating overseas. People are loving it.
I've always maintained the Harley engine itself, as basic as they are, it's quite a pleasant place to be, especially on the freeway. My Superglide, it's really a one-trick pony. The one thing it does really, really well is when you just roll the throttle on at freeway speeds and you get that rush of torque. It does it extremely well. But it's big, it's cumbersome, it doesn't brake very well. So I can see if you were to put that engine in something with very, very good brakes, with very precise handling, it'd be quite like a delicious combination. I'm not sure, about what kind of character of bike you'd end up with at the end, though.
Well, I can just tell you, I'm looking forward to see if they actually put these CRs on the floor at dealerships.
I just want to know what the price is. It all comes back down to my...
Probably looking at R1 pricing, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I vividly remember those kit bikes.
Yeah.
What was that big motorcycle accessory place in San Jose, right there on the Monterey Road that we used to go to?
Well, Custom Chrome was in Morgan Hill.
No, but it was actually a motorcycle shop. You go down there on Saturday, there'd be all the bikes parked outside.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was close to the fairgrounds.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the name.
Gone for many years now.
I think it had 2 floors.
Yes, but they had one of those chassis in there. And it had the Springer forks and the wheels and the bare frame and everything. And I mean, it was all custom chrome stuff. And, it wasn't cheap. I think it was about $5,000 for the chassis.
Oh, yeah.
And then you add, and it didn't even come with paint. You put your own paint on it. So, tra-la-la.
Well,
so that makes me think of another thing.
Oh, yeah?
So, shifting gears a little bit, what's Indian going to do to respond to that market?
Well,
if anything?
Indian has just announced that they're moving their headquarters in Michigan, I believe it is. They've committed to a place, so they are going forward, having new headquarters. I visited Indian, that was part of Polaris in Iowa. Iowa. They're going to Michigan and setting up. So they're investing in a big manufacturing plant there right now.
Right.
And they are going forward with staying with the vintage style bikes that they've been making. That's what they're saying right now.
I think that the Scout, since they put it out, has been a great bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. My issue with Indian is I rode the Scout and I like the motor. I thought it was a great bike. Forward controls. Just can't
because your little legs can't reach.
I have my foot pegs underneath me.
I was very impressed. When I did the LA to Sturgis, we rode the Indians press bikes. I was very impressed with the build quality. But in deference to Miss Emma here, it was a one-trick pony. It's like, okay, it's a cruiser. It had a beautiful stereo system in the side bags,
but it's a one-trick pony.
I traded for all it's worth. But we wicked it up one day. Me, Jim Whittam from Vet to Track, he was also on that, and we said, okay, let's see what these things can do. Now that we're not actually running the group, we're like, yeah, okay, that was kind of fun, but not really because they were just too heavy. But it's a cruiser. Don't try to make a cruiser do something that it's not supposed to do.
Right. Interesting enough, I'm glad you brought up foot pegs because we differ greatly on what my Super Glide is, and you insist on it's a cruiser. And I insist on it's a standard.
No,
and you know the difference.
It's a cruiser.
It's a cruiser.
No, you know the difference, baby.
You're going to say floorboards and foot pegs.
This has got normal foot pegs.
It's still
That's
a
what
cruiser.
makes it a standard.
What do Sportsters have?
Forward controls.
And do you call that a cruiser?
Yes, because it's got forward controls.
Okay.
I think
they also have mid
It's
controls.
also about the low seat height.
The
too.
Sportsters come mid or forward?
I think it has all to do with what kind of high heels you can wear as you ride it.
Well, there's that.
That is true.
Okay. I like that argument. We can keep that one going for a long time.
I mean, we could because
but I want to get
email time.
It is email time.
Oh dear God.
Bagel. I sent you a couple. Can you start with the one from Daniel?
Daniel is traveling tonight on a plane.
Yes, Daniel writes, I
can see the red tail lights heading for Spain.
Well, he included a link.
I have a photo I will share with everyone.
Yes, it's to a Facebook post that looks like it is a Honda Metropolitan scooter, little 50cc that has what looks like a GY6 engine stuffed into it with a very fat rear tire hanging out the back.
Nice! Oh, yes.
It is a stretched Metro.
Oh, I think I know the owner of that. Wait a minute, is this in Monterey?
I don't know.
I think I know I think this bike lives in Monterey. So we've got a very, very healthy mini bike and scooter scene here in Monterey.
I don't call that healthy.
Oh, it is. This is very healthy.
It has a California plate on the bike, so it is possible.
No, I think this is I've seen this bike and it is wild.
Yeah.
It is wild.
Cool.
I'll tell you why I like it, because it's dumb. I like dumb bikes.
My friend,
you like them dumb, Liza? Is that what you're saying?
My friend Jack Huang, who is organizing the scooter show in Seaside coming up in March, has a Metro with a what is the cheapest Honda you can buy? The kind of scooter that's not a scooter.
Ruckus.
Oh, the Navi.
Navi. It's got a Navi engine in it because it's 150.
110.
Yeah.
Those are 110s.
110.
Yeah.
No, but he's got his board out to 150. So
You know what? That's dumb too.
No,
I like
it's not.
It is. That's something that should never happen.
It's extremely sensible.
And I like it.
I like scooters with their wheel hanging out at the back.
It's Metropolitan with custom rims.
It's like a baboon with its ass hanging out.
You like those prolapse drivetrains?
It's a scooter.
Yeah, exactly. What's not to like? Stretch Bruiser, baby.
It's a prolapse drivetrain.
Oh, God.
But anyway.
If you've never had to stick one of those back in.
It's a little tough to get back in there once it's hanging out like that.
Once the toothpaste comes out of the tube,
Bunch of grapes.
Yeah, toothpaste and all that. Anyway, Daniel writes, regarding this link that he sent with the Stretch Metro, he says, made me think of you lovely misfits. I discovered your podcast a long time ago.
Oh, dear.
I went back and listened to every episode.
I feel like we owe them something.
Yeah, there should be a prize for that.
Says, I'm getting back into riding after 20 years or so, starting with the MSF course. Thank you for the years of entertainment and education. Your loyal fan, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Aw, thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
And Bagel, what do you think of that stretched Metropolitan?
I think that's actually fairly well done. It sits at, in a good position. It looks like it probably handles well for a long wheelbase scooter. It looks like it's got a nice Yoshimura pipe on it. And I mean, there's some pretty slick looking wheels. It's got some.
You will never get your money back.
You never get him back on a scooter.
I was going to say, Bagel, I find the sophisticated play between the front wheel and rim and tire and front fender particularly delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think it's for a stretched bike. I think it's actually a pretty good looking one.
So tra-la-la, Liza.
Nice. Yeah. All right. I have one from a friend, Mike D. in SoCal. He says, hey, Misfits, it's
on, D.
Mike D. from SoCal.
Come on, D.
It's the big D.
Here's my 2 cents on e-bikes on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jim, I too enjoy watching the kids popping wheelies and up to their shenanigans. Brings back memories of myself and my buddies on our mini bikes doing just about the same thing. Mine was a blue Rupp model with a 5 horsepower Tecumseh engine.
Oh, he's a big boy.
We knew we were breaking the law, but the cops generally let us be. And most importantly, while riding my Mini, I looked forward to the day that I would first get my real motorcycle, which was a late 1970s CB754. I see the same thing possibly happening with the kids on e-bikes now. E-bikes will, in many cases, be gateways to purchasing proper motorcycles in the future. Okay, Bagel, scooters too. And thus grow the moto community. My issue is primarily with the many adult riders who are exempt from paying fees that us motorcycle riders pay. On the street, they get around just as fast as I do, and sometimes faster, yet I'm the one paying hundreds of dollars in fees annually, and they're not. As for the kids, well, I'd like to see some sort of training or permit process, and of course, helmets. Thanks for the podcast. I must confess, I'm still being a bit of a cheap ass and not on Patreon yet. But I do purchase your M&M t-shirts annually to help out.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike D.
Right.
Oh, I just look. Where Bagel once was, now there's an empty chair. Where is Bagel? I remember years and years ago, I went to watch some college football in San Luis Obispo, and the team was called the Mustangs. And there was a gentleman sitting next to me, and he spent the entire match yelling, "Come on, D." So apparently that's the thing to yell. So something for Mike D there.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
I once went to an Alabama football game.
Ooh.
And they kept going, "Roll Tide! Roll Tide!" And I turned to the person next to me and said, "Who the hell is Todd? And why did they want to roll him?" They're called the Crimson Tide.
Oh!
Roll Tide! Roll Tide!
Oh, God.
Fantastic.
That's right. My daughter was an Ole Miss girl, so everything was hottie toddy.
Oh, he's back. Oh, thank God.
All right.
Bagel, I was terribly worried, sweetie. You were gone.
He was using the urinal in the corner.
And there was just an empty chair.
I needed to avail myself.
See?
The pannier case over there.
Thinking about your girlfriend, were you?
Emma.
That comes later.
Sorry.
Be nice.
Look,
Neal.
he's blushing. Look.
Oh my
Look
God,
what you've done to him. You made him look like a reverse color now. All right.
he's redder than a taillight.
Neal, could you save Bagel and read your email?
Yes. Moving on. So this comes from Thomas Williams.
Hey, Thomas.
And Thomas writes, while I appreciate the silliness and antics, the end of 664's discussion of e-bikes was one of the most thought-provoking conversations I have heard on the topic. Thanks for everything.
Right.
Thank you.
And then he adds, also, the worst-looking bike is the Dan Gurney alligator.
That is.
I gotta Google that one.
Oh, no.
It is not a good-looking bike.
This is not a good-looking bike.
All right, I gotta Google it.
That is a very good. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Amazonia is pretty friggin' ugly, but the Dan Gurney is up there too.
Yeah, I looked up the Amazonia. It uses a VW engine.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Well,
that's where they started wrong.
The Amazonian was built almost entirely to fulfill an order from the Brazilian police. So it was never intended for public use.
It now in deference to folks who are, quote, little and short, it looks like it was designed for a dwarf.
It's not designed for dwarfs.
It looks like it's designed for a dwarf.
So first, do you know who Dan Gurney is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so he was a race car driver.
Yeah.
You can thank the Gurney bubble because of him.
Yeah.
And the Gurney flap.
Mm-hmm. But his idea was that the lower the center of gravity, the more stable the bike is.
I've got a Gurney flap.
Yeah, yes, you do. And so he took a stock bike and just cut the frame so you drop down and sit behind the engine, like where the airbox and carburetor is.
I'm just going to let you know, according to my SAS friends, dwarf tossing is real and the dwarves love it.
Okay,
I'm just curious as to how hot your tea bags get riding that.
Warm.
I mean,
yeah, no,
not that I have them, but I'm just
no. Tea bags would be getting warm riding that. There's no question about it.
Some Ducatis with that problem.
Emma, can you read your email, please?
I would be happy to. I have an email here from Alan Willis.
Alan.
He's from the UK.
Alan. Hey, Misfits, we finally had a sunny day here on the south coast of the UK, and it's inspired my wife to upgrade her bike this year. She currently has a Honda NC750S DCT.
Oh, yeah.
And spent last year of a test ride on the E-Clutch CB650R. That is a very, very good bike, Alan. She has a left-hand disability, only having a thumb and pinky.
Oh.
So without expensive modifications, she's limited herself to automatic bikes. Yeah, I was going to say, that's kind of there's quite a bit of real estate between your thumb and your pinky.
Did you say the shocker?
No, Stop it.
Oh.
Anyway,
shockers.
Oh.
In order for her to upgrade, we'll be selling her old 750, and that's where we could do with some advice, please.
Mm-hmm.
What general tips do you have for getting a decent price selling privately? In short, what's the opposite of pissing in the airbox and saying there's a rodent problem and offering $300? Yes, I am going to give you the straight dope here, and I'm going to be quick. The bikes that fetch the most money are bone stock and in good original condition.
I'm going to say there's an exception to that.
Well, we'll get there in a minute. What I would like you to do in order to get the best price for your NC750, make sure you return it to stock condition. If it has accessories, provide them in boxes that if you want the accessories, you can put them on. Clean it, polish it. There is a lot of body work on an NC. If you make it shine, it'll look good. Make sure the tires are aired up. Make sure the chain is lubricated. And just things like what I look for when I'm on a bike. If the oil is clean, if the chain is lubed, if the tires are at the correct pressure, and the bike is clean and stock, that really is telling me what caliber the previous owner was. And if it ticks all the boxes, then that makes me want to buy that bike. If I'm seeing a customized bike with flat tires, with a floppy chain, with dirty oil, I'm going to start negotiating. And guess what? I'm going to be brutal. Because I will drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, you mentioned a thing a while back about if you have pitting on your forks, which happens to a lot of older bikes, especially
just clean it up.
Well, you mentioned a trick about using a butter knife to smooth those.
Yeah,
over.
you just take the pips off with a knife, because a pit in itself won't destroy your fork seals. The fork seal just passes over it.
Isn't.
It's a recess.
Right.
But what happens with chrome is you'll get the pit and the chrome will bubble up around it, so it's got some dimension to it, and that's what destroys your fork seal. So you want to take that dimension off.
Did I ever tell you what my harebrained idea that I did?
Go on.
With pitted forks? I used clear nail polish to dap into those little recesses and to fill them.
But the
and it worked.
And I mean, it'll work for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
but
and left an enamel in there,
Yeah, eventually the enamel will break free and tear up the seal. I mean, there's no substitute for good fork legs. But basically, Alan, make sure the bike's stock, make sure it's clean, make sure it appears well maintained. You will get the best price for it. I promise you, because there's so much crap out there that's been monkeyed around with. If you've got something that's just perfect, it is. Now, anyway, on another note, regarding bikes with certain personalities, I went to the National Motorcycle Museum
I've been
earlier
there.
this year. It's in Birmingham.
It is.
And saw the bike most likely.
You've been there, Kat.
Yes,
you
I
didn't make
have.
it past the coffee shop.
Right.
I went in. It was amazing. Oh, no, but I saw that motorcycle. Okay, that museum. All right.
Because he didn't realize, because we went in, and they have like the cafe and the gift shop and a bunch of displays. And I'm like, you ready to go in? He's like, what? I'm like, no, there's like multiple buildings
I know,
of bikes.
but I do my thing.
I know, but it's like
old bikes.
I just
I'd
thought it was
rather talk
funny.
to old people. I read people, not bikes.
So anyway, and he saw the bike, which was most likely to have its lunch money stolen. So a couple of weeks ago, Kat, we did what is the bike the most likely to succeed. So the most likely to have its lunch money stolen. I think this is quite cruel, but he's absolutely right, of course. A Norton Wolf step piston. And poor Wolf. So I read the description of how the step piston bit worked, but struggled to understand it. Perhaps Miss Emma could explain it in terms like an idiot me could understand. Well, I'll do my best, Alan. So the first thing to understand about a step piston bike, it is a two-stroke. So I want you to think about it being a two-stroke.
All right.
Now, the way two-strokes normally work is as the piston goes up, a vacuum is created under the piston. How can this be? Well, the piston rings seal the cylinder, and there are seals either side of the crank bearings. So basically, the chamber, which the crankshaft lives in, is sealed. So as the piston rises up, the air-fuel mixture is drawn into that area. When the piston comes down, that mixture is pushed either side of the piston through transfer ports to above the piston. So now the combustion chamber is full of air-fuel mixture. Now the piston moves back up, squishes it to the optimum compression, is ignited, and off she goes. While the piston is moving up, of course, and squishing the air-fuel mixture above it, it's drawing in more fuel air from below. That is how a two-stroke works. Now, the way a step piston two-stroke works is very, very clever indeed. It dispenses with the need to have the bottom end of the engine sealed, because all the drawing and transferring happens above the piston head, basically in the combustion chamber. And you have two pistons, one set slightly higher than the other. So as it's moving down, it's drawing in air-fuel mixture above the combustion chamber. And then as that one moves up, it's pushing it through a chamber across to a cylinder next to it for that piston to squish. That's the best description. It's very, very clever. It's got a lot of very, very good advantages. because the air-fuel mixture is being pushed under pressure, it almost supercharges itself. So it's capable of very, very high horsepower for the size of the engine. Now, the Norton 500 Wolf is a perfect example. They tuned it to have only 40 horsepower to make it reliable. That engine is capable of 120 horsepower with mild tuning because it's very, very clever. There are no seals at the bottom of the engine. There's no reed valves. There's no peculiarities. It's a very, very simple engine. It's not quite like a Twingle, and we've talked about Twingles in the past, and Thringles and Fringles, and
so yeah, those were Jawas.
Yes,
Pringles.
And I like the idea of the Menora with all the pistons
with
on
a fort.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. However, it's a very, very clever design. And it was designed by a German engineer. I think it was Klaus Wolf. But really, it never got beyond the prototype stage in motorcycling. Interestingly enough, it is used in diesel applications. And there are a lot of marine engines out there with Wolf step piston designed multiple cylinder diesel engines, and they're proving very, very efficient, but more importantly, simple, because if you are sailing your ship through the Strait of Hormuz, you don't want it breaking down. Mm-hmm. So less moving parts, the better.
It sounds like technology that was originally used to pump out water from mines that went underneath the sea.
Not dissimilar.
Yeah.
Not dissimilar. Very, very simple.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and this applies to this engine as much as any other two-stroke, dirty.
Yep.
So mid-70s technology, you simply couldn't get it to work cleanly enough to get it through 2026 worldwide emission, not California emissions. I mean, I know in California emissions are stringent, not as stringent as Euro 5.
But you'd have to futz with the thing all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And it requires a very, very efficient engine. I think one of the downsides is piston ring life was very, very short. You'd have to re-ring it every couple of thousand miles. Top-end lubrication is always a problem, as it is on any two-stroke. But it's such a darling-looking thing. And, I'm looking at this bike now, and I want to steal its lunch money just to see it cry.
I'm going to be there in a couple months.
Well, go and visit the Wolf.
I will.
And he adds a post note. So, Alan, thanks again, your friend Alan. Not Steve. It's not Steve.
Alan!
It's
Alan!
Not Steve. Not Steve.
But I like Steve. It's a non-threatening name.
The bike stealing the Wolf's lunch money would, of course, be the delinquent Yamaha VMAX. Yes, it would. Thug. And P.S., I just realised my up-the-butt bike is in the background of the Wolf photo.
Yeah.
The Triumph X75. Yes. When is a Triumph not a Triumph? When it's a BSA.
Yeah.
And who designed that?
Well, Craig Vetter played a part.
Yeah.
Craig Vetter. None other than Craig Vetter. And incidentally, Craig always hated the side with the mufflers on.
Yeah.
He liked the clean side. He didn't like the mufflers.
All right, got time for one more. Bagel.
Yes.
This one is all yours. Take it.
Okay, this is from Ethan. He says, "Hey, Misfits."
Stop.
Ethan,
I'm going to stop you
Portland
there.
Here.
Where's Ethan from?
Portland, Oregon.
Is he really?
So keep it weird.
He's doing the proper accent.
No, I think Ethan might have been of Czechoslovakian descent.
Czechia.
I don't know that.
What's the last name?
Meyer.
Yeah, oh, he's German. Off you go, Bagel.
Ethan from Portland here. I've been riding my Elite 80 Red Sled of the Dead here in Portland for my work as a hospice nurse.
Oh, thank you for your work.
But sometimes it just doesn't have the oomph to get me to the outer lying areas of the city. So I've been looking around for a bigger scooter. Someone on our local Facebook marketplace is selling a 2007 Vespa GTS 250IE with 22,000 miles for $1,800. Seems like a great upgrade, but is it a great bike? Good price? Is there a better option? The 1980s Elite 250s locally are going for a similar price, so I'm leaning towards a more modern bike. Or, Bagel, if you're aware of anything else in Eugene that is within easy driving distance. Anyway, Happy New Year. So, Ethan, I will tell you that my Cannonball Vespa is also a 2007 Vespa GTS 250. And it has 3 times the miles of this bike, at least. So I think you would be in good hands for picking this one up for $1,800 or less, if you can even talk them down, as long as it's in good condition and it's been reasonably well taken care of. It's not corroded to all from sitting outside for.
What's the proper care and maintenance for said vehicle? What should you be looking for?
Belts, pucks.
You want to make sure that it's. I mean, you want to make sure that it's been taken care of. It's not neglected and just covered in gunk and dirt from just sitting outside for years and years. First of all, the mechanics are fairly straightforward. Oil changes, belt changes, occasional gearbox oil changes, coolant changes, things like that. If the seller doesn't know when those were changed last, I would recommend just doing a change of all the fluids and the belt as well, the drive belt, just for reliability's sake, just to make sure that everything is up to snuff before you start riding it around. But they are very capable bikes. One thing that you do want to keep in mind is that the impeller pump on the water pump will eventually fail on these. They're notorious for going out, so you may need to get a new impeller pump or impeller blade for the pump to get that going again. If you notice that the temperature starts rising up above halfway. But honestly, these bikes are pretty reliable. There's a maintenance schedule in the manual that just if you follow that, faithfully, it should serve you well. Just make sure you do the valve changes correctly, unlike I have done a time or two on my bikes that the engines did not care for. But if you do all the maintenance correctly, it will definitely take care of you.
So this kind of dovetails back to the conversation we had about Alan selling his wife's bike. Mm-hmm. If you're going to look at a used bike, and I think we can call this a Misfits top tip, you don't know what maintenance has been done on the engine. But I can tell you, if you go and look at a used bike and the tyres are inflated correctly, and the brake pads are good, and the oil is clean, and the brake fluid looks clean, and the bike is obviously cared for, there is a very, very good fighting chance that all the maintenance been completed on the bike. And that's common sense.
I have an offer for Ethan.
Do you really?
Oh.
I'll sell you my Elite 250.
The guinea pig?
For $1,000.
Oh, there's an offer for you. An 85-mile-an-hour scooter. I have ridden the Elite 250 at 85 miles an hour, and it is terrifying.
No. 65 is terrifying.
A little bit of head shake, huh?
It's just a big guinea pig.
Well, the shocks don't shock anymore. They just kind of float.
This is a 1987 with about 3,000 miles on it.
It's a wonderful bike.
That came out of the museum, and I just have not been using it lately.
Well, we haven't been doing food runs,
I know.
have we?
I should probably sell it, move it on. So if you're looking for, an Elite 250, low miles, talk about maintenance, I've hardly done any because it's never needed it.
Well, at that, I mean, I think.
Well, did you ask it?
No. I changed the fluid once. The fluids once.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You just changed the little.
No. I took all the bodywork off.
Oh, okay.
And went through it and just did everything because everything has always worked. I don't even remember if I put new tires on it. The thing has just always worked.
Yeah, I don't think you have put tires on it.
I don't know if I have either.
It's a superb machine in every way.
Always started and ridden.
Nothing says love like fresh rubber.
I know. I really think that the Honda Elite scooters deserve a medal for longevity.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they just keep going.
Yes.
They are good bikes. I just wish that there were more parts available for them.
Yeah. Well, anyway, call me, Ethan.
That's an offer you can't refuse.
I'm going to make you an offer.
Well, hopefully we'll see Ethan at the one show.
Oh, and you can conclude the deal.
Oh, right.
That Emma and I are going, and guess who else is joining us?
Who?
Wendy.
Friendly Wendy.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, lovely.
She's going to be up in Canada, so she's going to just shoot down real quick to join us.
She's up there in Canada land.
Mm-hmm. Also, time to give a plug for our rally. Come to the Misfits rally.
Coming up, isn't it?
April 16th through 19th. Gosh, I hope that's right.
I'll still be
Yep.
here.
Yeah, sounds good.
I should probably get out.
We've got a lot of cool things happening there, but it's riding for everyone. Emma, I forgot to tell you. Remember, you're taking over the street ride.
Well, I'm doing one of the street rides. I hope I'm not doing all of them. I mean, there's...
Micah said she'd help you on Saturday. You're doing Friday, but you guys got to come up with a route.
Oh, well.
Oh, we'll make it up as we go along.
No, Emma, they need to know the
So
route.
we're gonna go to Corbin's as we always do. We'll go to Corbin's. We'll have a nice lunch, probably in King City, and then we'll take River Road back, just like we did last time.
We've not done that right.
Oh, we have.
I've done that route tons of times. It's no problem.
Okay. No. Okay.
Yeah. So my guess I'm going to tell you right now on the show what the ride's probably going to be.
Oh, so you're just going to go down 99.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go down Highway 25.
That's it, 25, yeah.
We're going to go down to 25 to 198.
That's it.
We're going to hang a right on 198. That's going to put us just south of King City. We're going to ride. We're going to have lunch in King City at a delightful restaurant. And then we're going to take River Road all the way back to Monterey. And then cut across to Hollister. It's going to be the ride of your life.
Great. So, yeah, if you come up with a street ride.
I just did.
Friday and Saturday.
Well, we're going to do the same
I could
one.
load it and
Don't do the same thing.
Oh, right. Well, Micah can help me with the Friday.
Yeah, if you can reach out. Because I'm going to be doing some dirt bike instruction.
And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Micah's tough. So you don't monkey around with Micah.
But the point being is that we got street bike rides going with
yes, we
Emma
do.
and Micah. We've got adventure rides going. I think Charlie and Scotty leading them.
Yes.
One's a hard adventure, one's a easy adventure. And then we've got stay dirt biking with Jim or me in the park. Lots of options.
And we'll be sitting around the campfire at night and telling tall tales.
And I once caught a fish this big.
And Liza's going to be giving lap dances again this year, aren't you?
If my knees hold up, yeah.
Quick, give me some ones. Give me some ones.
Yes.
I got to bring out that GIMP mask.
I've got a spare.
I've been getting a lot of the T-shirt orders coming in. So this is just a reminder. We got the new T-shirt. You can go to motorcyclesandmisfits.com.
It's got my great-grandma on it.
Click on shop. You can go there to see it. It is available for pre-orders, or if you are one of our Patreon subscribers,
you get one free.
You get one free, and you'll get the coupon code to get it for free, and that's including shipping free. So
it's the bargain of a lifetime.
If you would like to support us on Patreon and get your free T-shirt, you can find the link at motorcyclesandmisfits.com.
Mm-hmm.
Bagel's one of our longest-running supporters.
Thank you,
Bagel.
Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes. We'll definitely have to get you some more goodies to give away from Late Escapes this year.
Yeah.
We're going to have a new travel shirt from Venom, as always. And I think it's time that you had your own custom Venom top, Emma.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, I say.
A crop top, or is that?
No,
no. It's just
I like a crop top.
No, one of these, but it definitely has to have her little pearls on board. And I think
Very
a little.
nice.
I think a few.
She's about to wee
aviation medals
herself
on it.
as you're
Yes,
describing this.
yes.
Yes, no, it's great because I like them because they make my boobs look
Little
great.
pasties.
Yes.
Okay.
No, nonsense.
All right.
So, anyway,
Gonna make me smile.
moving on.
Joe
Yeah.
and Kat, thank you for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
Bagel, as always, thanks for being just a pleasure and something nice to look at on the TV.
Oh, thank you.
Neal, thanks for running the board.
Yeah, no worries. Some worries.
And Emma, happy birthday.
Happy
Oh,
birthday,
thank-
Emma.
Thank you,
Happy
darlings.
birthday.
Thank you for being you, Emma. Time to get out of here. Thank you, everyone. Send your emails to motorcyclesandmisfits@gmail.com. We
Yes.
want to hear from you.
We do.
Yeah, send us some
Exactly.
good questions. I love it.
Yeah. On that note, time to get out of here. Thanks, everybody. This is Liza.
This is Joe.
It's Neal.
Emma, darling.
Wow. It's Cat.
Bagel.
And we're out of here.
Cool.
Elvis has left the building.